Did you have a good time today? Did you have a good time today? Okay. And a tough question, and you didn't get wet, I'm sure. So welcome, I'm Kirk Thompson. I'm going to be your MC for today. We're going to first of all ask our sponsors to come up when I call them to get a little gift. So first of all, our tournament sponsors. Let's have a hand for each of them. Wolf Fire Protection. We have a representative from Wolf. Let's have a hand for Jim Wolf. Our breakfast sponsor, it's a familiar name, Spencer Davis Auctions. Spencer, where are you? And our event sponsors, one at a time. Diamondback Signal. We have a representative here. Frosty Refrigeration. I think we have a representative here. Demore Personal Injury Law. You have a rep not here? Let's have a hand for them anyway. Maryland Oncology Hematology. Do we have a representative here? Not here. Let's have a hand for them so they can hear. And now our contest poll sponsors. Alliance. Do we have a representative from Alliance? All right. Thank you. Beacon Point. Do we have a representative from Beacon Point? Anybody from Beacon Point here? All right. Lockett's Auto Care. Do we have a representative from Lockett's Auto Care? And we do hope that you take note of this and use all these sponsors when you need help. Ten Oaks Tavern. Do we have a representative from Ten Oaks Tavern? Kaufman Kim, representative. Thank you. And now to our beverage card sponsors, and this is like keeps the course going, okay, the beverage card sponsors. TTL Enterprises, we have a representative. And the Lions did double duty. They also sponsored the beverage cards. So let's have Alliance one more time. Once again, let's have a hand for all of our sponsors. So today I have the honor and the privilege to introduce our guest speaker. I had the honor of giving him one of our Zacking scholarships about 3 weeks ago at Atherton High School. He has an amazing story, and I think you're going to love to hear from him. So I'd like to welcome James O and his mother Mary. Come on up. I think you will see that this is quite a young man.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for braving this drizzly Maryland afternoon to support the Zacking Against Cancer Foundation. While my buddy Braden Offit and I from DeMatha High School couldn't hit the links today due to the weather, your presence here, your generous hearts and open wallets represent something far more powerful than any perfect golf shot. My name is James Obasiolu. 3 weeks ago, I graduated from Appleton High School in the Howard County Public School System as a part of its class of 2025. This fall, I'll attend Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts, studying environmental science and public policy and applied mathematics, pursuing my dream of becoming an environmental justice lawyer. But none of that tells you who I am or why I'm standing before you today with my wonderful mother. 15 years ago, my parents arrived in America from China and Nigeria with nothing but hope and determination. We settled in Prince George's County, where industrial haze settled thick over my elementary school playgrounds like morning fog that never lifted. At night, my inhaler kept midnight vigil beside my bed during those 3 a.m. asthma attacks, while my mother brewed traditional Chinese herbs, not yet understanding that our zip code had predetermined our relationship with clean air. This was my first lesson in environmental injustice, that some children play beneath maple trees stretching leafy limbs over pristine sidewalks, while others, like me, learn to count coughing fits at recess beneath smokestacks that punctured gray skies. In July of 2020, my father passed away unexpectedly during a business trip to Liberia after we moved to Howard County. My mother, suddenly widowed with 2 children, faced the impossible task of rebuilding our lives while navigating grief, legal battles, and financial uncertainty. Like silver threads woven through storm clouds, we thought we had found our way through the worst. Then came July of 2023. I just returned from touring Europe as principal cellist with the Baltimore Symphony Youth Orchestras, performing in Milan's golden concert halls, Venice's floating stages, Prague's ancient amphitheaters, Ljubljana's soaring cathedrals. During that tour, my mother began experiencing symptoms, but she carried them silently so I could focus on leading our cello section through this incredible opportunity, a mother's love expressed through sacrifice. When we returned home, she finally went for her routine colonoscopy. I'll never forget that morning. We just finished grocery shopping at the Great Wall Supermarket when her phone rang. The doctor's words cut through our car like winter wind. You've tested positive for malignancy. I was 16. I didn't know what malignancy meant. When I looked it up and saw cancer, our world shattered again, like glass against stone. Stage 2C colorectal cancer. 28 radiation treatments, 6 rounds of chemotherapy that left her weak as autumn leaves, nauseated, unable to work. As the eldest child, I became our household's anchor, preparing meals during her treatments, coordinating medical appointments, maintaining our home while balancing my junior and senior years of high school, college applications, and my role as Howard County's elected Student Board of Education member representing each one of our more than 57,000 Howard County students. Some days meant foregoing orchestra rehearsals to monitor her recovery. Other days, I practiced cello quietly in hospital waiting rooms, medical equipment beeps becoming inadvertent metronomes. We learn survival skills we never expected. How to make ends meet when traditional support systems crumble. How to adapt when circumstances demanded impossible choices. And this is where the Zacking Against Cancer Foundation entered our story, like dawn breaking through darkness. When my environmental science teacher reached out to them about our situation, they didn't just send a check, right? They sent hope wrapped in practical miracles. Food deliveries when grocery shopping became impossible. Uber and Uber Eats when my mother couldn't prepare meals or when we needed groceries delivered. Transportation assistance when getting to school became a daily puzzle. The Spirit Award scholarship that will help fund my Harvard education. But more than the practical support, they gave us something invaluable. The knowledge that we weren't alone. Every family fighting cancer faces a constellation of challenges beyond the disease itself, right? Financial stress, transportation needs, the exhausting logistics of treatment while trying to maintain the rhythm of normal life. Your donations today, whether you paid thousands for a foursome or simply showed up in solidarity, continues this lifeline for families like mine. You're not just funding medical bills, you're funding dignity. You're funding the ability for a mother to focus on healing rather than wondering how she'll afford her next treatment. You're funding the chance for a student to pursue his dreams rather than abandoning them to become a full-time caregiver. The connection between my environmental justice work, of which Zacking Against Cancer has supported on my journey, and cancer advocacy runs deeper than many realize. Communities like my childhood neighborhood in Prince George's County, where industrial facilities cluster schools and homes, experience disproportionately high cancer rates. Environmental racism doesn't just steal clean air, it steals years from lives, futures from families. My work will ensure that future generations don't have to choose between breathing freely and calling a place home. In Chinese culture, we have a saying, which is, when drinking water, remember the source. Today, I remember all of you, the source of hope for families navigating their darkest hours, the architects of possibility for those who thought none existed. Zach Lederer's legacy lives on through your generosity. His strongman pose inspired millions because it transformed personal struggle into collective strength, individual pain into communal purpose. Today, you carry that legacy forward. You are the bridge between despair and hope, between isolation and community. My mother is here with me today, and she'd like to share some words in Chinese about what this support has meant to our family. I'll translate for her.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 大家好，我是 James 的妈妈，非常感谢今天来支持抗癌基金会。
Good afternoon. I am James's mother. Thank you all for coming today to support the Zacking Against Cancer Foundation.
2023年7月，当医生告诉我患有第2期直肠结肠癌时，我的世界崩塌了。作为一个寡妇，我独自抚养2个孩子，这个消息让我感到绝望。
In July of 2023, when doctors told me I had stage 2 colorectal cancer, my world collapsed. As a widow raising 2 children alone, this news filled me with despair.
我经历了28次放疗和6次化疗，有些日子我虚弱得无法起床，更别说照顾孩子们。
I underwent 28 radiation treatments and 6 rounds of chemotherapy. Some days I was too weak to get out of bed, let alone care for my children.
最困难的是，我至今没有告诉我在中国的父母，他们年纪大了，身体不好，我怕这个消息会给他们带来太大的打击。
The hardest part is that I still haven't told my parents in China. They are elderly, in their 90s, and in poor health, and I'm afraid this news would be too devastating for them.
当我以为没有人能帮助我们时，抗癌基金会出现了。他们不仅提供经济支持，还给了我们希望和勇气。
When I thought no one could help us, no one at all, the Zacking Against Cancer Foundation appeared. They provided not just financial support, but hope and courage.
在我最黑暗的日子里，他们的食物援助和交通帮助，让我能够专注于治疗，而不是担心基本的生活需要。
During my darkest days, their food assistance and transportation allowed me to focus on treatment rather than worrying about basic living needs.
现在我的检查结果都很好，我相信这不仅是因为医生的治疗，也因为有这么多善良的人们在支持我们。
Now my test results are all good. I am in remission. I believe this is not just because of medical treatment, but because so many kind people in our community have supported us.
谢谢大家的慷慨，你们的善良改变了我们的生活。
Thank you all for your generosity. Your kindness has changed our lives and allowed my son to pursue his dreams.
希望更多的家庭能够得到像我们一样的帮助和支持。谢谢大家。
I hope more families can receive the same help and support that we did. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you for being the village that raised not just me, but countless families facing cancer's labyrinth of challenges. Because of you, I can pursue environmental justice knowing that others will have the same supports that carried us through our storms. We are not merely survivors. We are architects of change, builders of bridges, weavers of hope as human beings. From our family to yours, from our hearts to your hands, thank you. Thank you for making hope not just possible, but powerful. Thank you for proving that when voices lift together, they don't just carry sound, they carry salvation. Thank you and take care.